So now that you're familiar with what the Global Read Aloud is, I wanted to go over some resources and show you how I set it up in my classroom this year. The hashtag for the Global Read Aloud this year was GRA13. The hashtag for next year is the same thing except instead of 13, it's 14. So the first resource I'm going to show you is this one right here, globalreadaloud.com. This is where you're going to find the newest, most up-to-date information related to the Global Read Aloud. So right now on here they're talking about books for next year that are going to be a possibility. And the Global Read Aloud takes place usually at the beginning of the school year, around September through following 6 weeks. So we ended around the middle to end of October last year. And so this is a great resource to get signed up, to see what's going on. There's frequently asked questions, and to suggest a book. So the next thing I want to show you is the wiki. There is, this is a wonderful resource because a wiki is a website that is collaborative, which means multiple people can edit the website. And so on here you'll see this is from the Read Aloud last year. You've joined, now what? So it'll walk you through some steps of what you can do. You can join the Edmodo group. You can sign up for different activities. You can get first week ideas from different teachers that have shared what they're doing. You can also check out connections wanted. So if you're looking for a teacher to connect with, this is where you can reach out to them. And you could find where they're located, their email. You can send them an email, what grade they teach, what book they're reading. And then there's also a wiki for each story that is being read and activities that go on for week 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So you can always check that if you would like some ideas for what to do with your class. So in my room, we connected with 2 teachers from Canada this year, and we started the Global Read Aloud by doing a mystery Skype. We didn't know where each other was located, and so we did the Skype to find out and learn a little bit about each other before we started reading the book. Then we did some predictions. We actually wrote them and then we shared them over Skype. We did journal writing throughout the book to respond to what we were reading. We did a research project on cerebral palsy because the main character had cerebral palsy. We drew our favorite scenes and had the other class try to guess what our favorite scene was. We participated in online chats using discussion questions from chapters that we had read, and we participated with other classes that we connected with, and we were all typing at the same time. And then we rewrote the ending of the story. My class participated in the Global Read Aloud using a wiki that I created on PBWorks, and you can see I had it organized. This is an example of a different ending. We had the cerebral palsy project. I organized it based on whatever we were working on. Here was the discussion group, and we had Mr. Stewart and I split our students up into different groups, and the students knew which group they were supposed to go to get into the chat, and they worked extremely hard on this. And then we also did journal writing to respond to things that had happened in the book. So you can see the students did a ton of reading, a ton of writing. It was a wonderful experience. We also used the Edmodo group, and we connected with some teachers on Edmodo. And we found that from this website right here, which I showed you earlier, the Global Read Aloud Wiki. I highly recommend this to anybody that teaches reading and language art. It was a wonderful experience. And the culminating activity that we did was amazing. My students were blown away because they had the opportunity to do a Google Hangout on air with the author of Out of My Mind, Sharon Draper. And so what we did was we tweeted our questions to Sharon Draper, and she was interviewed by Pernille Rip, the founder of the Global Read Aloud, and the students just loved this idea. And we used a hashtag to keep track of the questions that were coming in. And so I made a little compilation of some video from the Google Hangout on air, as well as some pictures that I took while we were working. My students were so excited, they decided to give up their lunch. They brought their lunch back to the classroom and they ate while they were working. And it was one of the most memorable experiences of our class this year, and the students will never forget that. And it was an amazing real world connection. So I hope that you're excited and interested and willing to try this out next year. It was a wonderful, wonderful experience. Thank you.